So up until now we have heard nothing but good things for the upcoming soft reboot / true sequel to Halloween, but what's going about now isn't so positive. Good evening and welcome to Midnight Movie Club. Tonight I will be discussing the test screening reactions to David Gordon Green and Danny McBride's upcoming Halloween. So last week Blumhouse held a test screening in California and the reaction wasn't too good, but at the same time it wasn't a disaster. Apparently it scored fair. There was an article over on Horror Freak News where they spoke to their source, and their source claimed that overall they did enjoy the film even though it had some flaws. They also mentioned that with reshoots, these said issues could be ironed out. It is important to note that this article on Horror Freak News has been taken down as requested by the studio, and they have a new article stating that test screening reactions are practically meaningless. Now this is true to some extent. I wouldn't disregard test screenings completely, but this is why they have them, to find issues and rectify them. Reshoots are extremely common in the film industry, so if you hear a movie is undergoing some, don't write it off completely, although hearing that they have to fix stuff doesn't fill you with confidence either. But the fact that the studio wanted the article taken down kinda backs the idea that they aren't so meaningless after all. But then again, no studio wants their movie to have negative buzz around it before release. Now this video is not to slate the movie or say how shit it is or anything like that. I am reporting and giving my 2 cents on what has been the fallout of these test screenings. In no way would I want to put people off going to see this film, as I love the Halloween franchise and I am praying that this film does well and is an epic finale to Laurie Strode, Michael Myers and the franchise as a whole. But let's get into what else was said. So apparently there is a lack of continuity with very little connecting it to the rest of the franchise. Furthermore, at nearly 2 hours in length, many felt that it was far too long, with a lot of time spent on characters who don't stick around for much of the film. For me, I could sit through about 3 hours of a Halloween movie, it wouldn't bother me. But what I don't like is the sound of its continuity. I wanted to see this film connect nicely with the first and feel like it is really the same people thrust back into the same situation 40 years later, having to relive this nightmare. Focusing on other characters too much instead of Laurie and Michael's relationship might take away from it a little bit. The Horror Freak source also said that the new Halloween is aimed more at modern horror fans who enjoy franchises like The Purge and Sinister, rather than the nuanced or complex tapestry Myers aficionados are craving. So this worried me slightly, as the film may be more along the lines of a modern teen drama slasher flick, maybe in similar fashion to the 2009 Friday the 13th. It sounds like it may have lost its Halloween vibe to me, but apparently there are cool nods to previous films in the franchise, such as shot-for-shot recreations of classic moments. Also, a lot of people took issue with the ending, saying that it was unsatisfying and hardly befitting of something John Carpenter promises will be the last Halloween movie ever. So maybe we won't get an epic finale to these characters. To me, that sounds like it's going to end on a bit of a cliffhanger and not completely tied up in a nice neat bow. And we all know why that is. It is because if this film does well, it will spawn countless sequels that will get shittier and shittier. I'm sorry Mr. Carpenter, you may want it to be the last Halloween ever made, but if it does well, it certainly won't be. But on a positive note, the film is not hitting theatres until October 19th, so there is plenty of time to address these issues if they really want to. With the talents in front and behind the camera on this project, I am still confident it will be a success. I just hope it's the finale the characters and the franchise deserve. We also recently learned that Carpenter himself will in fact be scoring the film, so thank God for that. But let me know in the comments below what you think of all this news, and do you think test screenings are meaningless? Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, and if you want more content from myself, subscribe to join the club. Thank you for watching, and good night.